There once was a Sunday school teacher who was teaching the class about Lot's wife and how she was turned into a pillar of salt for looking back when God told her not to. The little boy raised his hand and said, "My mother looked back once while driving a car, and she was turned into a guardrail." It's a silly little joke, but there's a tremendous amount of truth. When we look back, when we gaze back into our future, oftentimes we're doing the will of Satan. Especially for those folks that are trying to come to the Lord after drug addiction. And I'm making this video geared towards them because I noticed that a lot of people were complaining of a condition that they called post-acute withdrawal syndrome. And I went on YouTube and, did a lot of searching, and I noticed there are a lot of people that consider themselves to be part of what they call the recovery community. And they endlessly banter back and forth with each other about how they feel. They compare their withdrawal symptoms to each other's. How should I feel on day 13? Well, I'm on day 62. I'm on day 48. How should I feel? How did you feel on day 48? And these people seem trapped. They're trapped in the gravity of their condition. You see, for these folks, and for you if you're trapped here, every day begins with a series of thoughts upon waking. How do I feel? How should I feel? How should I feel compared to what? Compared to how I felt yesterday. And then they wake up and proceed through their day, sampling how they feel, comparing how they feel to how they felt the moment ago. Everything becomes a long series of looking back through a hazy, dirty mirror of the past. You see, once you stop doing that, you lose the reference point of how you should feel, and you just begin to feel. And it has no reference. Lot's wife was turned into a pillar of salt. And as you continue to look back over and over again, you too will slowly become a pillar of salt, trapped by Satan, as he does this by design, forcing you to continually look back on your past and not exist in the present that God gives you, the only moment he guarantees you. And you see, once you begin to follow God's advice, the advice he left for Lot and his wife that she violated, and when you focus forward, you put those blinders on. You put the blinders on and you refuse to look past. You refuse to look in that direction. You refuse to continue discussing your symptoms and talking with other people about it and wondering how you should feel on day 13 or 14 or 15 or 16 or 17. This condition of pause, post-acute withdrawal syndrome, will simply disappear. You see, you're not trusting when God said he would set you free that he really would. You're not trusting, you have to test it. Like Lot's wife, she had to look back. She had to test that city was really burning. She had to take a glance. You're doing the same thing if you're trapped in this condition. You're looking back at every moment. And when you put the blinders on and stop doing that, you'll see that Your future begins to evolve on the moment-to-moment seconds of the now. And it's a wonderful place to be. And you'll stop thinking about how you feel because you'll have nothing to reference it to. And when you stop referencing how you feel to how you felt moments ago, days ago, weeks ago, a year ago, 3 weeks ago when you were vomiting from withdrawing from drugs, and you stop referencing it back and just exist, it'll go away. And when you do that, you will stop reasoning your way into the future, and you'll start to act your way into the future. And you'll be free from pause, or whatever it is that you want to call it. You'll be free. Trust God when He said He was going to set you free. Move right forward and put your blinders on. And trust 100% in His word. God bless you. And remember Lot's wife and don't look back. And you will be free. God bless.